sauce, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
soy
different.
sauce.
Yeah, that's really good.
You like it?
It is good?
I haven't tried it yet. This is our first time. So I'm glad you liked it.
Peanut sauce.
Is this my bowl?
Yeah, that's your bowl, dog.
Okay. I thought that was everybody's bowl.
Yeah, we're all gonna eat out of it.
But this is mine.
That's yours, bro.
Can I grab a little more of the sauce?
Yeah, put some more sauce on it. Yeah, some people like more sauce, some people don't. I'm a sauce guy myself.
I still eat ranch.
What's up?
I still eat ranch. I guess it's my preferred.
Yeah, I like ranch too. I think it might be weird on the sesame.
I go to Whole Foods. I will use all their ranch.
Yeah, Whole Foods. You can make their salads there or whatever. Okay, yeah, we were just there the other day. We almost made a salad.
The other day they just put out this tofu, but I guess it's like tofu style, like croutons, but they're chewy, and it was really good.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good. People look at you, you know?
Well, here in Arlington, there's a lot of smart-ass people that think they're funny, and I'm like, just because I'm wearing a Grateful Dead shirt doesn't mean I won't knock you the fuck out.
You read books? Yeah, I should have brought you a fucking book.
I have one I'm reading right now, again.
Again? You say you need some new material.
What book is it?
The Shack.
The Shack. Oh, I've heard of that book actually.
What is it about?
Jamie read that book.
It is the most beautiful sad story you'll ever read.
Sad?
Isn't it kind of spiritual too? I've heard about it.
Yeah. God is a black woman.
You say God is a black woman in the book? That's dope.
Her name is Papa.
I'm just gonna use all this shit. It's like...
Oh, is that applesauce too?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
you.
man.
Yeah, applesauce. You like applesauce?
It's unsweetened.
Oh yeah, it's unsweetened. I'm sorry.
I mean, sweetened is way too much sugar for
Yeah,
applesauce.
exactly. It's
Okay.
all right.
Like I got a friend back in Humboldt. We both love mangoes equally, but he puts sugar on his motherfucking mangoes.
What? No, you have to put
salt.
salt on it.
I think both of those are irresponsible, probably.
Yeah, they probably are. Because you don't need more salt than it's already given.
Very true.
But iodine and salt, apparently we need it to survive or we die. I didn't know that till this year.
I recently just tried salt on watermelon for the first time ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Never tried that.
You have cravings?
I only really get cravings if I have a partner, and she, for some reason, I always take the PMS symptoms. So
That's
yeah.
actually a thing. Yeah.
So I'll be like, why do I want fucking chocolate right now? I got another friend here. His name is Sterling.
His name is what? Sorry, that car back.
Sterling, and he's actually what I consider my best friend. Like he doesn't live outside. They don't live outside or anything.
Yeah.
But I don't like building a house up. But me, him, and his wife are so close that now when Lexi gets her shit, I get pimples, and I like crave chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
This is not the food. Y'all probably know this. I feel like I'm gonna throw up again.
Oh shit. Is it from the heat or whatnot? Oh yeah.
You drink Powerade all day?
Yeah.
At least I haven't drank any booze, you know?
Yeah. How often do you have a little booze night out?
It's rare that I don't drink at least one beer a day.
Really? Gotta lower the booze down. man.
One beer a day is pretty.
It's not too bad, but
I didn't let me tell you what kind of beer though.
what?
The shitty ones.
Yeah. And it's like your body does not need that every day. You know what I mean? You know, I drink socially, like on the weekends. So I don't like to drink on the weeknights too much because, yeah, I don't actually really like to drink on the weeknights at all. I did this week, and I fucking was late to work and shit. And I'd rather smoke me a J or just be sober.
So I've been drinking at least a beer a day for a over a decade now.
Really?
Ever since I got out of the army, yeah. When I first got out of the army, I was drinking a half a gallon of vodka every day and chasing a hot down.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Dude, the army, I hear a lot of people come out being alcoholics. Like,
And homeless.
And homeless, yeah. What the fuck? The army is a recipe for disaster, and they treat it like it's like the fucking best thing in the world, but it really fucks with people, I think. It really does. Because they tear you down. They tear you down as a human in that training. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They didn't me when I was basic.
They didn't?
I mean, I was raised a different way than most people. Like, I used to fuck with drill sergeants. Now, we were towing the line one time, you know, staying at attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Drill Sergeant Sherman. Drill Sergeant Sherman comes around, he's just like eyeballing everybody to see if you actually, you know, look him in the eye so he can smoke you.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets to me, just me mugging, and I look him right in the eyes and I go, boop, to his drill sergeant hat, just like that, and started laughing my ass off. I got in so much trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet. What'd they do to you?
They put me in the front line rest position, the push-up position,
Mm-hmm.
and had every single drill sergeant that they could get from all over Fort Sill, Oklahoma, to come yell at me. I even had one drill sergeant put his drill sergeant hat underneath me right here, to see if I go down and touch it.
Yeah. That's what I mean, though. They try to break a human down. That's their goal. And then after they break you down, they tell you what to do for them. They tell you who to fight. They tell you, you know, that's like their like goal. Whether it breaks most people down or not, it does do most people for sure. But like you said, you were raised differently.
Me and my battle buddy one night, all the drill sergeants were in the drill sergeant office, you know, bullshitting, having fun when we're not supposed to be having fun. We make everybody. So me and Morgan were the only two combat MOSs in our platoon. I'm not gonna say we were bullies, but we were definitely like, we're manlier than you, National Guard. You know what I'm saying? So we made everybody get off their bunk, and we took all the mattresses and stacked them up against this drill sergeant door.
Really?
Humphrey and Morgan, if you don't let us out of this motherfucker. So when I first went to basic, I was flying out of Little Rock, Arkansas, going to Fort Sill. Not that long of a drive or whatever. I'm at the airport, and this like 30-year-old lady, I'm 17. She's like, "What are you three kids doing?" And it's just me and two other kids. And like, well, these two are going to the Marines, I'm going to the Army. She's like, "That's cool. You look like you like to party." I was like, "Just went somewhere fast, you know?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Do you like ecstasy?" I was like, "Yeah." So she makes out with me right there.
What the fuck?
Gives me an ecstasy pill. I'm rolling balls. By the time I get to Fort Sill, I have lost my wallet, my ID, my backpack.
You rolled balls on the way to the Army.
Yeah.
That's a
I get to
very-
Fort Sill rolling balls.
That is a way to go in.
So
Most people say, I went out with a bang. You went in with a bang.
yeah. So by the time I started coming down, I did not want to be there anymore.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to go to the Army.
So a drill sergeant, this is so, you know, in the Army, all the ranks and patches are now Velcro. So there's a drill sergeant's blouse hanging on the wall where he had hung it up. I stole the sergeant's right off of his blouse, put him on mine, went to the PX, stole some vodka and cranberry juice, and was sitting in this field. Like, how the fuck am I going to get back to Arkansas? Like, I don't even know where I am in this fucking state. And I see the flashlights coming for me. I thinking I'm booking it. I'm low crawling. The MPs like this. Hey, you gotta go back, dude. He died in Iraq while with another unit. I was in Afghanistan when he was in Iraq.
Okay, rest in peace. What was his name?
Michael Morgan.
Michael Morgan. Rest in peace, Michael. Howdy, howdy.
We went to everyone's school together. We were gonna go after our separate tours, because we went to Iraq together.
Uh-huh.
We were going to go to Ranger School, do a tour with Rangers, and then we were going to try to be drill sergeants, and then after the drill sergeant tour, we were going to go to the Green Berets.
So you were really trying to make a career out of it at the beginning, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And now, I almost became a cop when I got out too. almost became a cop.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Would you become a cop still?
No, hell no.
She's like, I'm a whole different person. Do you want your spoon to get that crevice better?
Well, I know I have a strong mind, but you know, time conquers everything. Eventually, if you're a cop, you're going to become a cop.
Yeah. You're gonna like kind of
Be a bully.
yeah. It's the same way within the army. Like you begin like really feeling like you're serving a country, but really there is no country. There is no border in my mind. It's Earth.
So, don't get it twisted. There is no soldier in Iraq or Afghanistan since it started or right now that ever thought that these wars were forgotten.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So why do they do it? Because at the end of the day, they're the puppets.
Some people are born to be soldiers, though.
To just listen to some people in power just because they say to?
I was good at it.
Yeah, I know. I think I would actually I could be good at it. I could train my body and be good at it. All that, but my mind would not let me listen to killing another person. No matter what, because at the end of the day, they're just doing what they're told to do. You know what I mean?
You know, it was Morgan dying that truly made me. I was in Ranger School, and I quit. I was 3 weeks in. Ranger School was only 5 weeks long, which is a hard fact.
Yeah.
I had 2 weeks left. It was the day that we had to scale these cliffs. It was to mimic the day on D-Day when the Rangers had to climb the big ass cliffs to get mowed down by the Germans.
Yeah.
And when they said, you know, formation, I didn't get up. In Ranger School, that means you quit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't quit. I'm friendly. No, y'all told me. When I got here, I can quit.
Damn. So yeah, that him passing away kind of just like ruined your morale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely. I didn't want to be super soldier with anybody else, you know. That's how erotic in the army as that sounds. You know, it's true. That was my battle buddy.
So like once you met him the first day, y'all just kind of stuck by each other forever, like until he passed.
Mm-hmm.
And
No.
then when y'all separated, obviously into different units and stuff.
So he went to sniper school. Well, I went to sapper school. That was like we weren't, you know, we weren't lovers. So like we gotta take our own time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So he went back to Iraq as a sniper, and I went to Afghanistan as a sapper, with a combat engineer.
Yeah.
You know, I blew shit up.
Yeah. Planes, man. You seen a UFO yet?
Oh yeah, actually.
I believe you. I think I've seen UFOs.
Me and this dude named John is a tweaker.
Yeah.
So like, he was like, the only reason I believe that we saw that
Yeah.
is because you were there.
That's funny as
That was funny.
And like, it looked like it started coming towards us. I was like, John, what are you gonna do if this thing lands in front of us? He goes, that depends on how big the aliens are. If they're tiny, I'm running.
I feel like the tinier they are, the faster they are.
Do y'all care if I borrow this bullet for tonight?
No, go ahead, dude. It's fine. I don't have any extra foil though, so sorry.
That's fine. So my mom got clean when I was like 14, 15.
Really? That's awesome.
Well, she got sick and died
From getting clean?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, if you cooked dope and you're a meth addict for that long, yeah.
You gotta come off it slowly.
Or
Right?
just don't, I guess, you know?
Really?
Like my mom shot up meth for 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
You can still, I feel like you can still get clean though, slowly.
Yeah.
You just have
It's
to
just
really come off of it
painful and
slowly.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's real painful.
So,
I didn't know you could die from that.
my mom did not want me to join the army at all. But she still came to my graduation. She came to all 3 graduations.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was cool to jump in front of her
Oh wow, is that what y'all did at the graduation?
at the airborne graduation.
Yes. Damn, I'm sorry to hear about your mom passing though, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that meth could actually be fatal. I never knew that.
Me neither.
Well, everything can be, even bananas can be fatal.
I guess if you're so addicted to
Mhm.
it, yeah, your body can get the depending on, I don't know. I just never knew that.
Can't you like waterlog yourself to death if you drink too much water?
If you drink too much water, yeah. I think this, you know, it was about 2008 or something when the Wii was releasing. You know, remember the Wii, Nintendo Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So this radio station was doing a competition on whoever drinks the most water wins a Wii.
Wii?
And this lady
Yes! Oh!
died trying to win a Wii. That's how she died.
They said, we are not doing this anymore. So I got off a grow one year. Yeah.
You got off of growing?
A grow. I got off of a grow.
Is that what you call the place where you grow weed?
Yeah.
Did you cut it?
Yeah, and I was there all year long.
Mhm.
Like, I dug the holes, I planted the plants, I hired the trimmers, I trimmed the weed, I packaged the weed, I sold the weed.
Yeah. Was it
Was
fun?
it fun?
Oh yeah, it was the best year I ever had. Really.
You get to have like samples and shit, right?
I got to have whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So like I even made the rules on how much the trimmers got paid, and I did them well. So for every pound, if they did 2 pounds a day, they would get $200 a pound plus an ounce of whatever kind of weed they wanted.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's some good pay. What do they pay now for like a pound?
Like it's rare to get 150 these days.
Really?
It's like 100 now.
That's fucked up.
But I had so when I got off that grow, me and my girlfriend Debbie, she had a few thousand, but since I was the grow boss, I had like $24,000 like just cash. Right? We go to a casino in Northern California.
Fuck, dude, that's where your fucking mistake is.
I dropped $14,000 and win $700 and something thousand dollars. I never got to see it cash because I stayed at the casino.
Oh my god, you gambled away 700 grand?
Yeah, it took me 3 days.
Holy shit.
But we lived at that casino after that. Like, I spent so much money there that I had so
Free
many
hotels.
room vouchers and, you know, buffet vouchers and shit.
Yeah.
Debbie was like, she was like, we were like there for a month. Didn't have any money. You know, she's like, this isn't fucking fun anymore.